shadow contains everything we'd rather avoid or ignore, including emotional pain, fear, and anger.
What is this?
This is a chemical burn.
When Tyler pours lye on the narrator's hand, the immediate pain forces him to confront reality.
Meditation worked for cancer, could work for this.
Stay with the pain, don't shut this out. No, God! Look at your hand.
The chemical burn symbolizes how engaging with the shadow is often painful.
Without pain, without sacrifice, we would have nothing.
I tried not to think of the words searing or flesh.
Stop it! This is your pain. This is your burning hand. It's right here.
By preventing the narrator from numbing the pain, Tyler forces him to stay with the uncomfortable truths of his shadow.
Get the point, okay,
No,
please?
what you're feeling is premature enlightenment.
It's the burn of facing parts of ourselves we'd prefer to keep hidden.
It's the greatest moment of your life, man, and you're off somewhere missing.
Tyler tells the narrator to stay present in the pain rather than escaping it, symbolizing the need to face rather than avoid our own inner darkness.
Listen to me. You have to consider the possibility that God does not like you, never wanted you. In all probability, he hates you.
Tyler stops the narrator from using his calm place visualization, telling him not to escape. This symbolizes the breaking down of the ego's illusions and false control, which are often defenses against the shadow.
Look at me. Or you can use vinegar to neutralize the burn.
Please let me have it, please.
First, you have to give up. First, you have to know, not fear, know that someday you're gonna die.
Accepting our shadow includes recognizing our own limitations, vulnerabilities, and eventual mortality, which humbles us.
It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything.
This painful, humbling moment pushes the narrator to see himself without the ego's false sense of control. Tyler tells the narrator, you have to consider the possibility that God doesn't like you. He never wanted you. This shocking statement is a dark night of the soul moment,
Congratulations. You're one step closer to hitting bottom.
where the narrator is stripped of comforting beliefs. The chemical burn itself, like fire, is symbolic of purification. In many spiritual traditions, fire is a transformative force that burns away impurities. Similarly, the chemical burn represents the cleansing, purifying process of shadow work, where our old superficial layers are burned away, leaving behind a more authentic self. The scar is a mark of transformation, reminder of the pain and growth required to face one's shadow. By embracing the pain and letting it change him, the narrator begins integrating his shadow. Bearing the scar is a symbol of self-awareness and authenticity. Tyler says it best, it's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything. He's pushing the narrator to drop the ego's illusions. It's not about losing things, it's about shedding every fake layer, every persona, and finally seeing what's underneath.
You heard about the guy that invented this thing?
Well, yeah, actually,
I hear all kinds of things.
yeah.
Supposedly, he was born in a mental institution, and he sleeps only 1 hour a night. He's a great man. Do you know about Tyler Durden?
In Tyler's monologue, he exposes his growing awareness of his suppressed desires, repressed rage, and discontent with a life shaped by societal expectations.
This was mine and Tyler's gift, our gift to the world.
He expresses a deep satisfaction with his materialistic, corporate-driven lifestyle. He realizes he's been living as a slave to possessions, routines, and social expectations, which symbolizes his false self, the persona he's constructed to conform to society. This self is a mask, hiding his true desires, anger, and individuality.
Man, I see in Fight Club the strongest and smartest men who've ever lived. I see all this potential, and I see it squandered. God damn it, an entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars.
His words express the shadow's resentment.
Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate so we can buy shit we don't need.
Toward the falsity of his life and reveal his growing awareness.
We're the middle children of history, man. No purpose or place. We have no great war, no great depression.
Of how hollow it feels.
Our great war is a spiritual war. Our great depression is our lives.
The monologue is also a catalyst for the narrator's transformation.
We've all been raised on television to believe that one day we'd all be millionaires and movie gods and rock stars, but we won't. We're slowly learning that fact. And we're very, very pissed off.
The first conscious acknowledgement that his life isn't what he truly desires. By vocalizing these feelings, he opens the door to confront his shadow, setting off a journey that will bring him closer to self-acceptance and authenticity. The shadow often includes traits or emotions that we try to control or avoid. By surrendering to the present, painful experience, the narrator learns that true power comes from acknowledging and integrating these suppressed parts by letting go.
This week, each one of you has a homework assignment. You're gonna go out, you're gonna start a fight with a total stranger. You're gonna start a fight, and you're gonna lose.
Project Mayhem in Fight Club symbolizes the unchecked and destructive power of the shadow self when it isn't properly integrated or balanced. It represents what happens when suppressed anger, frustration, and the desire for freedom explode uncontrollably, leading to chaos rather than personal growth. And Project Mayhem represents the narrator's internal war projected outward. Rather than facing his own insecurities, fears, and frustrations, he channels them into a crusade against the outside world. It's a manifestation of the aggressive primal side that exists within the shadow, but needs conscious awareness to prevent it from taking over. This scene changed my life, from wanting to be a doctor, dentist, and lawyer to an artist in high school. It rocked me to my core.
What kind of homework assignment?
Human sacrifice.
Hey, is that a gun? Please tell me that's not a gun.
It's a gun.
What are you doing?
Meet me in the back.
No, hey, don't fuck around.
Meet me in the back.
On a long enough timeline, the survival rate for everyone drops to 0.
In the scene where Tyler nearly sacrifices the convenience store clerk, Raymond, he embodies the shadow's dark, transformative force.
Raymond, you're going to die.
By threatening Raymond's life, Tyler forces him to confront his repressed desires and the life he truly wants but has settled on ignoring. This intense moment highlights the shadow's power to shock us out of complacency.
Wired Community College student ID. What'd you study, Raymond?
Breaking down our comfort zones to awaken hidden potential.
I asked you what you studied.
Biology mostly.
Why?
I don't know.
What did you want to be, Raymond K. Hessel? The question, Raymond, was what did you want to be?
Answering, Raymond. Jesus.
Veterinarian.
Animals.
Yeah, animals.
Good stuff, yeah, I got that. That means you have to get more schooling.
Too much school.
Would you rather be dead?
Through brutal and morally questionable, the shadow's role here is to catalyze change, pushing Raymond and the narrator to recognize what they truly want and shake free from unfulfilled, stagnant lives.
Gonna check in on you. I know where you live. If you're not on your way to becoming a veterinarian in 6 weeks, you will be dead.
Tyler's extreme approach shows that while the shadow can be frightening, it also holds the key to awakening hidden purpose, passion, and a more authentic life. Pretty relatable to what's happening in the world.
I feel ill.
Imagine how he feels.
Come on, this isn't funny. That wasn't funny. What the fuck was the point of that?
Tomorrow will be the most beautiful day of Raymond K. Hassel's life. His breakfast will taste better than any meal you and I have ever tasted.
You had to give it to him.
Come on.
He had a plan, and it started to make sense in a Tyler sort of way. No fear, no distractions. The ability to let that which does not matter truly slide.
By becoming aware of his shadow and integrating it, the narrator moves from chaos to balance, from denial to responsibility, and from fragmentation to wholeness.
You're not your job. You're not how much money you have in the bank. You're not the car you drive. You're not the contents of your wallet. You're not your fucking khakis. You're the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world.
This integration empowers him to act authentically, balancing his darker traits with compassion and self-awareness, and ultimately freeing him from the unconscious control of his repressed self.
Stop trying to control everything and just let go. Let go!
All right, fine.
And the narrator eventually realizes the Project Mayhem and Tyler have grown beyond his control, symbolizing how the shadow can overpower us if it isn't consciously acknowledged and integrated. Project Mayhem becomes a monstrous force of its own, showing how our suppressed traits and repressed desires can wreak havoc when we avoid self-awareness.
The people you are after are the people you depend on. We cook your meals. We haul your trash. We connect your calls. We drive your ambulances. We guard you while you sleep. Do not fuck with us.
And the more he tries to distance himself from Tyler and Project Mayhem, the more they gain power, reflecting the shadow's tendency to grow stronger when ignored or denied.
And then
Tyler?
Tyler was gone. Was I asleep? Had I slept?
When the narrator realizes that Tyler Durden is his own shadow, unrecognized part of himself, it represents his dark night of the soul, a profound crisis where he faces the truth of his own inner darkness.
Who do you think I am?
Are you sure this isn't a test?
No, this is not a test.
You're Mr. Durden. You're the one who gave me this.
Please return your seat backs to their full, upright, and locked position.
The dark night of the soul is a painful confrontation with one's deepest fears, doubts, and the parts of oneself that has been hidden. And throughout the story, the narrator has constructed a life based on societal approval, materialism, and conformity.
Why do people think that I'm you?
I think you know.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Why would anyone possibly confuse you with me?
I don't know.
Tyler's emergence as his shadow self has challenged and dismantled those illusions.
No.
Do not fuck with us!
Say it.
Because
Say it.
because we're the same person.
That's right.
We are the all singing, all dancing crap. I don't understand this.
You were looking for a way to change your life. You could not do this on your own. All the ways you wish you could be, that's me.
Realizing that Tyler is his own creation humbles the narrator, breaking down his ego and making him realize he's been controlled by parts of himself he didn't even know existed.
It's impossible.
No,
This is crazy.
people do it every day. They talk to themselves. They see themselves as they'd like to be. They don't have the courage you have to just run with it.
This humility is crucial for a genuine reawakening.
Naturally, you're still wrestling with it, so sometimes you're still you.
We should do this again sometime.
Other times, you imagine yourself watching me.
This is your first night at Fight Club. You have to fight.
Little by little, you're just letting yourself become Tyler Durden.
And throughout this revelation, he begins to shed the ego-driven illusions and reawakens to a more balanced, authentic self. And at the end, when the narrator begins to integrate a shadow, he also reaches out to Marla, symbolizing his acceptance of his inner feminine and vulnerability.
Well, I know that I've been acting very, very strange. Okay. I know that it's gotta seem like there's two sides to me when you're with me.
Two sides. You're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Jackass.
I deserve that, but look, I've come to realize something very, very important.
What?
The full extent of our relationship wasn't really clear to me up until now for reasons I'm not going to go into, but the important thing is I know that I haven't been treating you so. I'm trying to tell you that I'm sorry, because what I've come to realize is that I really like you, Marla.
You do?
I really do. I care about you, and I don't want anything bad to happen to you because of me.
By finally acknowledging her, he starts to find balance between his masculine and feminine energies, which allows him to transcend the shadow's control and become whole. Marla's presence in Fight Club serves as a constant reminder of the narrator's suppressed feminine energy, his emotional side, his need for genuine connection, and his capacity for vulnerability.
Tyler, you're the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Tyler's influence as a shadow keeps him from embracing these qualities, but as the narrator becomes conscious of this repression, he moves closer to integrating both his masculine and feminine aspects, finding a path to inner balance and self-acceptance. The shadow self isn't meant to be ignored, and it's not meant to take over. It's meant to be faced, understood, and integrated. Tyler pushed the narrator to see everything he's been denying, and through that chaos, he found the parts of himself he locked away.
Hey, it's you and me. Friends.
Tyler, I want you to really listen to me. My eyes are open.
Fight Club shows us that true freedom comes from facing the shadow, from meeting the parts of yourself you've been hiding from. Are you ready to meet your own shadow and do the work? Because on the other side of fear, past everything you think you are, lies the power you've been waiting for.
What's that smell?
What happened?
I would ask.
You're shot.
Yes, shot.
Who did this?
I did, actually. Find some gauze.
You shot yourself?
Yes, but it's okay. Marla, look at me. I'm really okay. Trust me. Everything's gonna be fine. You met me at a very strange time in my life.
And I'm Billyrood, a manifestation coach, reality consultant, and I help people remember the purpose of this reality and why you are here. And please check out my platform, FIFTY8magazine.com, for more free content to empower your life.